What's up, everybody? Round one, day two, March Madness. Here at my boy Scoj, we'll break down the slate today. First day is always a great day of basketball, but yesterday had some major upsets: Kentucky, UConn. Just great games all around. But we got you covered here, full slate today. We're just going to break down every game like yesterday. Leave your comments in the comment area if you have any questions. Hit me up on Twitter at @GoGetHim_sports. And yeah, let's get right into it. Welcome, my boy Skojan. What's going on, buddy?
Hey man, what's up? This tournament never disappoints. The morning slate was kind of boring.
Yeah.
But man, the afternoon that did not disappoint. This tournament never disappoints. So a lot of craziness at night. It was a fun day, and that we get to do it all over again, day two. So let's get into it.
How's the bracket look?
Well, I mean, other than Kentucky, pretty good. But Kentucky is one of those teams that everybody lost. So yeah. I don't think I had nobody had St. Peter's doing anything. So that's just everybody lost that. So, and Calipari, man, that dude, he just wants to out-talent people. He has no ability to adjust in game at all. And it was, you just let St. Peter's continue to do what they wanted to do on offense. You never adjusted your defense, and that's what happens. You can get all the talent in the world, but if you can't coach them up, do you think that cost him his job, or maybe puts him on a hot seat?
Hell
no.
No, because only Kentucky as I call it a franchise, because that's what it is. They care about getting the biggest. They don't care about winning games, dude. They won the national championship. All they care about is getting NBA talent in here and showing fans what the potential of NBA has in college basketball. And Calipari, as press conference yesterday, I wanted to throw up. He said, my guys don't really have a lot of college basketball experience. You played St. Peter's.
Yeah.
St. Peter's, who has no college basketball experience. You let some dude with a mustache who should be working at Enterprise Car Rental beat you. He'll be working at a toy store next year because he won't be in the NBA. And he beat you. You made no adjustments. You made no in-game adjustments. Zero. You don't like. It's just so. I'm already pissed enough from the earlier game we're not going to talk about, but we're just watching. And I had Kentucky losing next round anyways, so I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language about Kentucky, but I have Murray State beating them. So I think Murray State has an easier ride now. So
if their players are healthy, Jesus, they were dropping like flies. What a game that game was late.
Cramps. I think cramps.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the guy with the. Hold on, take me off.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. So Kentucky, man, not surprising at all. I mean, Calipari just. Calipari's Calipari, makes no in-game adjustments. And if you watch UConn yesterday, it was the same bullshit. So, what else we had yesterday? Norfolk State, we thought Norfolk State would put up a fight. Didn't happen. Baylor just showed out. Played a great game. Longwood didn't show out. I mean, 7-0 favorites on chalk yesterday to start the game. Start the March Madness. When does that ever happen? Like, all favorites covered the first half yesterday. The first half of the day.
Yeah.
I want to throw up. Then Georgia State barely covers after being with Gonzaga the whole game, and I was sweating a plus 23.5 ticket. It's just incredible. And then to top it off, dude, I'm with my grandparents yesterday watching UConn because they're big UConn fans, obviously. My grandmother went 10-0 to start the day. 10-0. Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna just close my eyes and go like this and pick teams who are gonna win. And I think I'd be better off because, yesterday in the beginning I went 1-7 because it was all chalk. I never expect chalk in these games. And then the second half of the games, I went 7-1. Vermont with the late cover, which helped. Murray State, like we said. St. Peter's winning outright. St. Mary's blowing out Indiana in the second half. Kansas, Texas Southern under because Texas Southern just can't score the basketball. And then I was surprised UCLA struggled a little bit yesterday. UCLA, I thought they put up more points, but
you watch UCLA, every game they play is going to be exactly like that.
Yeah.
All through this next game is going to be tough for them. St. Mary's a good team, man.
Love St. Mary's. All right, let's hop into today's slate as you guys are here for. Obviously, early game, but a good one. Loyola Chicago takes on, I'd say, struggling Ohio State, but they play in the Big Ten, good conference. Loyola Chicago out of their conference. Loyola Chicago, one of the teams that look at in this tournament. Obviously, you have Sister Jean, and everyone's gonna be having their money on them because it's her. But the one thing with this team is, yes, they're a different team, than the past tournament teams, but they play well away from home. They're, I think, 13-5, including neutral site games and road games, straight up away from home. And they have the experience in this team. They have, I think, a good coach and a promising coach, and Valentine, who was with the previous coach for multiple years, so he knows how to coach his team. Ohio State, just one of those teams where I just try to stay off of. I know you have a take on this game, so let you roll.
Yeah, we're going to disagree here because I watched Loyola Chicago play in the Bahamas, and I mean they play team basketball. They're well coached. This is a new head coach in the NCAA tournament. I just think this team, without Krutwig, he's what made that team go in those tournaments, and he's not here anymore. And this Ohio State team, they've been, they struggled, they stumbled down the stretch, but they had injuries. This team is going to be fully healthy, I believe, today. They got the best player on the floor in Liddell. Anything happens in March Madness. Of course, we see it all the time, and Loyola has made run after run after run. But I'm going to go ahead. This is one of my money plays today. I like Ohio State. I got them at a pick, and I think they're going to win a close game. I don't think this no way it's going to be a blowout unless Ohio State just completely lays an egg and Loyola blows them out. That's the only way I see a blowout happening here. But it's going to be a close game, and I think Ohio State wins a close game. It's probably going to be played in the 60s, so like a 65-60, 68-63 type game. But I'm going to go with Ohio State and pick them in this game.
Awesome. Next game, Jacksonville State takes on 2-seeded Auburn. Jacksonville State shouldn't even be here. Unfortunately.
Neither should Michigan. But that's always what happens. These teams that everybody bitches about says, oh, they shouldn't have been here. They shouldn't be here. But this is more a play against Auburn away from home. They're 2-8 against the spread. In their last 10 are actually away from home. I got it written down. I'm not looking at my notes, but they just struggle. They've been struggling lately. I love Jabari Smith. I love their front court, but I'm not excited about their guard play. I would actually say Jacksonville State's going to probably stay in this game for a long time, but I'm definitely taking the 15.5 in this game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to kind of roll with you a little bit on that. I think it's a close game throughout. Close game, I'd say, within 10 points. And I'd say the over hits as well. I think Auburn's going to have no trouble putting up points. And I think Jacksonville State stays with them for most of the game. So I see, both teams reaching close to 70, and then the possibility of overtime in this game as well. I think if Jacksonville State, puts on a show here, could see a little bit of overtime and a possible upset here. But, I don't see Auburn losing today. I mean, we've seen enough bullshit yesterday. So, Auburn, just please don't lose today. For my bracket's sake, please. But I think we have a great opening, both good opening games today. Should be good, fun to watch. So I like the over here. Over plays well with the points. Like we both agree on, close games should lean towards the over, and blowout should lean towards the under, with free throws maybe being involved at the end of this game. So, next game, Montana State, 14th seed, takes on number 3 seeded Texas Tech.
Yep. What did you just say? Blowouts lean to unders, and that's what's going to happen here. I've got 2 plays in this game. I think Texas Tech completely dominates this game. They do worry me offensively, but they're the number 1 rated defense against the 15th, most difficult schedule. Montana plays in the Big Sky. They had a good run, but they have a common opponent in Eastern Washington, and they struggled with Eastern Washington, Montana State, and Texas Tech blew them out by 30, I think. So this is going to be one of the big blowouts of the day, I believe. Texas Tech just is going to suffocate Montana State. They're not going to be able to do anything. I look for a game. I actually got the under in this game in the BTV. I took the under here. I think they're going to dominate this game from start to finish. I look for, like a 72, 74 to 45 type game here. I think Texas Tech just dominates and rolls the whole game.
Yeah, and I think Montana State's going to be a little bit of a shell shock today. They haven't played anybody like this ever. They have some seniors in this team. I've bet on them pretty much all year in their conference. They won their conference pretty easily, I think. But Ken Palm wise, they haven't played anybody in the defensive realm of Texas Tech. If you look at defensive efficiency wise, Texas Tech is 30 points better than Montana State's best defensive team they played all year. So I think Montana State gets punched in the mouth early. I could see this game being like 15-0 in the first 5 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if Montana State doesn't score much at all. I could see maybe even below like 50 points today. Today could be like a 55-30 type of game. If Texas Tech struggles on offense, but they play their style of defense, it could be very, very, very low.
Yeah, as long as Texas Tech stays engaged, that's as long as they stay engaged and they don't relax, it should stay under. So
awesome. Like I said, I like Montana State as a mid-major in their conference, but Texas Tech is just another realm of defense, and they had never seen anything like this before. So I think a little bit of a shell shock for them this morning. 14 seeded my home dogs, who apparently are now the best team in Connecticut because UConn fucking sucks. So Yale is my team now. So go Bulldogs. Yale money line today. No, I'm just kidding. Yale plus I think it's at plus 16.5 today. I think they cover it. Purdue in the Big Ten. I think they struggle covering these major spreads in opening rounds. I think Purdue's defense is lackluster at best, and I think this Yale team from the outside exposed them a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the under in this game. I think Yale turned up the defense later in the conference play. That's what got them through their the last month and a half, as their defense got a lot better. And Purdue's defense has been actually pretty good the last month and a half also, but they've been struggling on offense. So I like the under here, under the total points. But I think Purdue wins it. I don't think they cover it, but I don't think it's close enough either that I have to worry about free throws and overtime and stuff like that late. It is March Madness. I know saying that I'm probably gonna have egg on my face, but just looking at the numbers, I think I like the under here.
Yeah, I see a 10-12 point victory here for Purdue. I'd say probably 10 points is what I'm gonna lean against. Maybe Purdue first half line to play possibly, but I don't know if Purdue gets off to a hot start like everyone thinks they're going to. So I see kind of a boring game here, to be honest with you. And Purdue moves on in a boring game. Next game, I think a pretty interesting game. I think it's going to be a pretty fun game to watch. Delaware, 15 seeded Delaware takes on number 2 seed Villanova, and I'm going to say it right now. I don't want to say it right now, but I'm going to pull an upset alert. I think this could be possibly a 15-2 upset. Delaware has the potential to shoot Villanova out of the court. Yes, I know Villanova has the potential to shoot right there with them. But I think Villanova's lack of length is going to be a problem today for Delaware. Villanova ranks bottom 300 in length per player on their team. I think Delaware is going to take advantage of that and probably stretch the floor as much as they can. But again, this is one of those teams where if they don't shoot the ball well early, it could be an ugly game. But they're going to shoot the ball at probably a 40% clip today to stay at Villanova.
Yeah, I don't know. I really have no feel on this game. This is one of those blog games for me today. The line seems to be like right about where it should be. I can see this game. I can see Villanova in the second half, pushing this lead to about 14, and then it stays like between 14 and 18 the rest of the second half for like about 16 minutes, and you're going to be sweating a late cover. Depending on what side. We had to pick this game in the BTV, so I went ahead and just went with Delaware in the points, and I think I'm probably going to be sweating it late. I could see this being around 14, 16, 18 point game. Delaware, they might hang around early, but I think Villanova is just, with Jay Wright, been there, done that. And they're going to, this is a veteran team. So I think they'll pull away in the second half, but it's going to be a blog game, in my opinion.
10-7 game, always interesting in March Madness. Miami takes on number 7 USC. I just have one thing to say. It's probably, again, what I said with Delaware length. USC is just
Yeah.
I think just you're gonna see it today. And I'm not a big USC fan. I haven't been all year. Yeah, I don't think you are really either. But
Nope.
but Miami just is too small. I think USC smothers them. I think USC tries to get out and run a little bit on this Miami team with Laranaga's style is kind of slow paced offense, but I think USC just a contrasting way of styles with they're going to use their length to just smother Miami. So I think it's kind of an ugly game for Miami today. I think USC moves on.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said except for USC speeding it up. They don't know how to speed it up, but they're monsters. I mean, Miami plays 4 guards. I mean, who's going to rebound? I mean, USC is going to probably kill them on the offensive boards. They're going to get tons of putbacks. This will probably, I don't know. I looked when I first filled out my bracket, I had Miami moving on immediately, and then I started looking at the numbers and stuff like that, and I don't know how unless Miami just gets hot from outside and just knocks down 3 after 3 after 3 and puts USC, where they have to speed USC up, because I don't like USC if they have to speed up. I don't like them playing that type of basketball. They like to play bully ball with their length and just, and suffocate you on defense. So Miami's going to have to hit threes to even stay in this game, I believe, which, they definitely can. Not a shocker if Miami pulls the upset up here, but just looking at it, I think USC is going to dominate the glass. They're going to get a ton of second chance points, and I see USC moving on fairly easily in this game.
Yeah, I think, like I said, USC's length is going to prohibit Miami from going after that 3 ball. And you've seen Miami go on these stretches where they can't score the ball for like 12 minutes because they just chuck threes and they're getting desperate. Larinaga, I think, is probably one of the most overrated coaches I've seen in my time watching basketball. He just got another extension. Why? I don't know. Because he's old and he looks like a good coach, I guess. But I think he's one of those guys where he just lets his guys go out there and play. He's kind of an NBA coach where not too many in-game adjustments. I do like Charlie Moore at guard, but other than that, I'm not really a huge fan of Miami. They were kind of like a shocker team in the beginning, obviously beating Duke and at Duke, but I think USC's length is just too much for them today. So I think a pretty easy, comfortable win for USC today. Unfortunately, because I'm not a big USC fan. I think today is just another great showdown of games. Notre Dame as a playing game is bullshit. I think they should have been without a playing game, but they played 6-seeded Alabama today. Probably the most disappointing team in college basketball, I'd say, this year in regular season play. They beat Baylor. They beat they beat like 4 of the top 5 teams this year, and then they lose to Georgia and teams like Missouri. So I have no clue what we're going to see today from Alabama. What I do know is Notre Dame stretches the floor, 5 guys out. I think that could cause some problems with Alabama. But this team, I think I have both these teams getting knocked out next round anyways. So
yeah. I'm on the total here. I think we're going to see a lot of points. I think it's going to get off to a slow start. Yeah. Notre Dame coming off that play-in game, probably going to get off to a little bit of a sluggish start, with the travel and turnaround in 2 days. Alabama has been an enigma all year long. They show up in big games against Gonzaga and Houston and, teams like that. And then they just falter against teams that they should blow out of the gym. So you never know what you're going to get with this Alabama team, but I think it's going to be a good game. I think it'll be a close game. That's why I'm going to jump on the over here. I'm going to take the total over, and I think we're going to get a good game here, close game late, within 5-6 points. So the foul free throw scenario, overtime is definitely a possibility in this game. So I'm going to play the over in the game here.
Yeah, I think we're going to see it. Maybe I'm not saying Alabama's going to win comfortably, but yesterday we saw Indiana, give St. Mary's a little bit of run for their money early in the first half. I don't know if it was more of St. Mary's struggling out of the gate or Indiana just playing off of their big win against Rutgers, but you saw the legs get tired in Indiana yesterday, big time, and you saw Jackson Davis just get frustrated. So my point is, for this game, I think Notre Dame. They're pretty athletic. They're more athletic for me than Indiana is, but do they have the legs to, play back-to-back? Not back-to-back, but, they played – or they're not as rested as Alabama is. So I think that could come into play. But I think Notre Dame sticks to them. The line's at 4.5. It calls for an upset line for me. I would not be surprised if Notre Dame moves on today just because of, like we said, Alabama's just been lackluster, just playing down to their opponents instead of showing their real talent today. So I wouldn't be surprised if an upset, but I like points here for both these teams. Moving on, another good game. You and I disagree on this one. Virginia Tech, 11 seeded versus 6 seeded Texas. I'm done putting my hard-earned money on Texas. They've killed me every time I've done it this year. I'm not going to do it. I'm not placing a bet in this game. I'm not betting Virginia Tech. But I think Virginia Tech comes in with a pretty high confidence boost after beating Duke in the ACC tournament. Texas, I just think, as a player on Texas, how are you not down in the dumps? Like, what kind of confidence do you have coming into this game? You have not won dog shit. You maybe have the top 5 most talented team on paper. You have supposedly a good coach in Chris Beard, and you guys have just shit the bed all year. And now all of a sudden you're playing a team who's hiring the horse, and apparently you're going to beat them. So that's my take on it. I know you have Texas.
Yeah, the complete opposite take. I think Virginia Tech blew their wad in the ACC tournament. I think Texas, like you said, is the better roster. They've got the better coach. And when do they put it together? And I think they're going to put it together. They've got a really good run now. I mean, Kentucky's gone. I mean, I don't think Kentucky, was going to do a lot of damage anyway. But I like this Texas team. I like their makeup. They have struggled. They have been disappointing all year long. But I think they're one of those teams that I have a feel about in this tournament. And I think they're going to make a deep run here. I think they're going to get maybe to the Elite 8, at least the Sweet 16. They get through the first weekend. And I think, Chris Beard, I love him as a defensive coach, his ability to adjust in game. He's a very good in-game coach. And I think they're going to take away what Virginia Tech likes to do. And if you take away the 3 from Virginia Tech, then you take away their whole game. So I like Texas. I like Texas to win this fairly easy. I'm looking for a double-digit win by Texas in this game.
You just pissed me off. You pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I like I said, Virginia Tech, the fucking fans are crying. The players are crying at the ACC tournament. That emotional high, they felt like they won the championship. So now everything, is gravy from there. So like I said, they didn't win that tournament. They're not. You look at it this way: if they don't win the ACC tournament, they're an 11 seed. They're not in this tournament. So Texas big. I think that I'm looking for double digits by Texas today. So, yep.
Big. Longhorn big.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I like the take, Coach. I hope I like Texas.
Virginia Tech burned me all year long. I bet against them 4 times this year, and they kicked my ass every time. So I haven't learned anything because it's going to be the 5th time I bet against them this year. I've never bet on them. So
I'm not betting on them. So go Texas. I know you. So I don't care. My bracket's on. College basketball, it's just another Saturday for me, even though it's Friday. So go Texas at this point. 13. Okay. Can we stop with the whole Chattanooga hype, please? Yes, I bet on them to win the tournament. They won the tournament. Can we stop how they're going to beat this Illinois team? I might look like a big idiot after this if they come out and beat this team, but there is no way, dude. There is no way. Who is stopping Kofi, Frazier, Corbello, Plummer? Who is stopping that on this team? Nowhere. Nobody. You know why? Because Chattanooga plays slow, like to play slow ball. And if you play slow against Kofi, he's going to dominate you. So that's my take on it. I think if Chattanooga wants to win this game and keep it close, it's going to be a high-paced game. And when you play a high-paced game against Illinois puts up 80, 85. And then do I think Chattanooga can do that? I don't think so. So I think Chattanooga has the opportunity of getting blown out here. And I think the 13-4 seed upset, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I like Chattanooga in this game. I'm going to take the +8. I don't know if Illinois is on upset alert, but I think Chattanooga defensively will handle the guards of Illinois. Now, Kofi is going to be a problem for them. I can see Kofi having a monster game here, putting up 25 plus points and, 12, 13, 14 plus rebounds. So that is going to be a problem for Chattanooga, but their size on the outside, they're going to be able to handle the Illinois guards, I believe. So, Kofi goes off, but I think Chattanooga is going to, they're going to be able to keep this pace slow. If this game starts getting up pace, Chattanooga's dead. They're dead. They can't play like that. Every team that they've ever played where they've let the pace get out of control, Chattanooga struggles because they do not have the offense to stay with a team like Illinois. If Illinois dictates the pace in this game, you're right. Chattanooga is going to get crushed. But if Chattanooga can keep this game in the 50s, 60s, they're in this game and they have a shot to win it late. So I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to dictate the pace. I think they're going to keep this game close. I think I'm not an upset, but I think Illinois wins a close game here. I think they win it by 4, 5, 6 late. So I'm going to take the points. Hey,
I don't want to talk about the rest of it because I don't want to feel I'm wrong. I hope we don't disagree in this game. I think it's a blowout.
Yeah, in the BTV, I honestly flipped a coin, and it came up Cal State Fullerton. So I took Cal State Fullerton plus 19. But you're right. I can see Duke winning this by 30. I mean, I really have no feel on this. This Duke team has been up and down. They've struggled late. Cal State Fullerton, I think, is another team like Virginia Tech. They beat the big dog in their conference tournament. Happy to just be here, and I think Duke's going to blow their doors off. So, like I said, I honestly flipped a coin in the BTV thing, and it came up tails. So I took Cal State Fullerton. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of analysis on this game. I think Duke moves on, and Cal State goes home.
Swear to God,
we can move on. This is going to be a snooze fest, man.
You have LSU, correct?
Yeah, LSU -4. Yeah,
I can't score the ball.
Yeah, no, and I mean LSU worries me away from home, but Iowa State is. I don't know how they're in this tournament, but they are. This is going to be a snooze fest game. I'm glad there's a lot of other games going on. So just tell me who advanced, and I've got both of these teams, either team losing next round. So just tell me who advances and move on. Yeah, this is going to be a fun game, man. I can't believe I'm going to say this publicly, but man, I really like this Arizona team. I think they're due.
Say it one more time, Coach. Say it one more time.
I know. I like this Arizona team, man. They're tough. Kriza, I doubt that he plays this. I mean, I don't know. He's young. You never know. I mean, his leg is still purple. They were showing it yesterday on the local news. Looking, his leg is still purple, so that ankle is still not right. I don't think they're going to need him today. So if I'm Tommy Lloyd, I'd probably sit him today. I know Kerr probably wants to play, but I would sit him today. I think this is going to be, I can see Arizona getting 90 plus here. Wright State has no defense. They can't stop them. They're going to dominate them inside. They're going to dominate them outside. They haven't seen athleticism like this. So Wright State can score the basketball, but Arizona's a good defensive team. Can Wright State get me enough points to get to the over? That's what I'm worried about. I could see Arizona covering and the over. If you made me bet on this game, that's what I'm doing. But I think Arizona blows these guys out personally.
Only thing I'm worried about with the over here, and it's shown sometimes in March Madness where Arizona goes up by 35, and they try to win respectfully,
like Kansas last night.
Yeah, they kind of just take the foot off the gas and try to keep it somewhat respectful to the opponent. I think Tommy Lloyd is that guy. So I'm
definitely love Tommy Lloyd, man. I love him as a coach. He comes on. Sean Miller was a dick. I hated that guy. It made it impossible to root for U of A basketball. You throw the U of A fans in there, and it makes it really impossible. But I like this team. I like Tommy Lloyd. Still hate U of A fans. Will never like U of A fans. They suck. They're whiny little bitches. They're talking about being disrespected in this tournament. How are you disrespected? You're the number 2 overall seed.
There you go.
How are you disrespected? Stop with the disrespect. You know how you're going to be disrespected if Wright State kicks you in the face. That's when you're going to be disrespected. So shut up. Yeah. Enjoy your team. I would love to have a team like this. You see that flag behind me? We suck. I know we suck. Give it to me on Twitter, but quit your bitching. Enjoy your team. They're going to make a deep run here. And I've got them winning it all. So, Arizona, easy team, easy coach to root for. Fuck their fans.
We both have teams behind us that suck now. Yeah, I think you're betting on Wright State getting 70 plus points today. They could probably do it late. I think maybe
Yeah.
if Arizona pulls out the gas defensively and they start putting second stringers in possibly, but I think Arizona it's a blowout here. So I kind of lean the under 156. I have the under. I don't really. I'm doing this because I have to for BTV, but I would not bet the over or under personally. I'm not putting my own money on it, but if I had to pick a game just because I think blowout scenario, I think under. So should be an exciting game for Arizona fans to watch. Now, do I hope they get upsetted? Absolutely. Fuck Arizona. So another great game. I love plus 300 money line UAB.
Yeah. This UAB. I've been on this UAB team all year long. They've been my moneymaker all year. This Houston team, I love the makeup of this team. They're a bunch of dogs, man. They play hard. They don't quit. So this is going to be a tough matchup for UAB, but I think it's going to be a tough matchup for Houston. So I can see this just being a dogfight all the way through this game. I'm definitely taking the +8. It's one of my plays today. I love this UAB team. Houston just coming out of the conference that they played. And I know they've played better teams. I know they played better teams tough, but the loss of Sasser and I forget the other guy's name, but they've, lost a couple key pieces this year. This UAB team is just good all over the floor. They can score multiple ways. They keep coming at you. So it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think this will be one of the best games of the day, but I'm taking UAB +8.
I think Jordan Walker has 30 plus today.
Good.
If you look at Houston as a whole, they don't play good guards in their conference in the American. And the one guard they played who is somewhat up to Jordan Walker's potential is Johnny Davis from Wisconsin. And they gave up 30 to him in the beginning of the year, before Johnny Davis was real hype, Johnny Davis. So right. I think Jordan Walker goes off today. His props at 21.5. I might take that. Besides the UAB, I think 8.5 is so disrespectful. I know it's a 12 seed, but I think this game should be 5.5, like Vermont, Arkansas game. So I'll take the extra 3.5 points.
This is more like an 8-9 game feel to me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Or even 10-7 like this game right here. Davidson, Michigan State. Contrasting, for me, it's just I don't want to go against Tom Izzo, but I'm going to. Davidson on the money line today. You're getting +1. It's basically a pick 'em. Davidson's just the more talented team. They have the guard play. They have the experienced guard play. Lawyer. They have the experienced coach who no one talks about. No respect given. I know I'm not respecting him right now because I don't know his name. But he's there. He's been there for 20 plus years. Let's see who's coach. Bob McKillop. I think he gets no credit for how well he's coached his team over the past decade. I posted. I don't know if you saw my tweet yesterday about this team, but if you look at Davidson, the committee just literally said for losing that conference tournament, because if you look at the bracket, right, they play Michigan State. If you win that game, you play Duke. If you win that game, you're most likely playing Texas Tech. And oh, by the way, if you win that game, you're playing Gonzaga.
Yeah.
So they kind of just said screw you, Davidson, you don't belong here. Kind of basically, they said that. And I think they win today, and then they play Duke in the second round. But that Duke Davidson game, I think, is gonna be a great game. Either or, Michigan State Duke, Davidson Duke. I think it's a great game. Obviously, the committee wants Tom Izzo and Coach K, for the match. But I think Davidson's the better guard play. Good coaching matchup. I think they pull it out. Yeah,
Davidson can score, and Michigan State has trouble scoring. Yeah. And I think that's what it's going to boil down. I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. I think it'll be 5-6 points, either, swings all game long, going back and forth. But ultimately, I think Davidson will do enough late to win this game. I think they win a close game. But yeah, I like Davidson in this game. This isn't a play for me at all. I did take Davidson in the BTV because, we had to make a pick there. So I've got Davidson +1. But this will be a fun game to watch. So I'm on Davidson if you make me bet here. But yeah, Davidson +1. Definitely a fun play today.
Another good game, I think.
Upset alert, baby.
Possibly exciting game. Colgate, just puts up points like it's nothing.
Yep.
And Wisconsin, we always talk about Wisconsin, and we've said it like thousands of times now. Like, this is not the same Wisconsin, like defensive, just hard-nosed team. They put up points as well. So I think it's gonna be an exciting game. I think you see 70 plus from both teams. The only thing that worries me is Colgate maybe getting a little not scared, but gun shy a little bit.
I totally disagree.
No. I'm saying okay, let me finish there, Jack.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, obviously Colgate, you put up 85 on anybody, right? The problem is, you're playing a 3-seed Wisconsin team, and you're playing possibly the player of the year. Do you think that has anything to do with the mental aspect of you're coming into, obviously you're not projected to win. You're an 8.5 point dog. Do you think they have the balls to try to put up 80 tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this tournament's all about, is those lower seeds. There's no fear. There is absolutely no fear, man. These kids love, and if you've watched Colgate play this year, they have zero conscience. They come down and they could be 0 for 20 and they're going to keep bombing away, and their coach is going to yell at them if they don't shoot. Yeah. So this is going to be a fun game to watch. It definitely blowout potential by Wisconsin here. They are a really good team. They've got two solid guards in Davis and Davidson. Wisconsin could go a long way in this tournament. They're built. They've got what it takes to go deep here. But, this is kind of a landmine early. And if they don't pay attention, they could look up and be down by 10 or 15 to this Colgate team. I said upset alert, but I do think Wisconsin wins this game. And I think they probably, it's going to be a back and forth game. And I think in the last, 8 minutes, maybe Wisconsin will take control. But yeah, I'm definitely on Colgate here in the points.
Awesome. Again, we disagree.
Snooze fest.
Yeah. So, I think, TCU, 2 big wins, and Kansas and Texas Tech in the middle of their season kind of punched their ticket wins with those two. Seton Hall, yes, they play in the Big East, but TCU plays in the Big 12, and they're just as good, I think, in conference play. Yeah. TCU has the experience of beating teams when they're not supposed to, and I think it somewhat shows today too. I'm not really scared of Seton Hall. I know you have Seton Hall today, so I'm gonna just put my foot in my mouth and shut up. But
no, this was I had 2 coin flip games. This was the second one. I had one land on tails. I took Cal State Fullerton. I had one land on heads, and I took Seton Hall. I have no take on this game. I really don't. I honestly think this is going to be another boring game. Yeah. This is going to be, it sucks that this is the last game of the night.
Both times, Kansas in this game, they're both going to be snooze fest. Last night was snooze fest. I didn't watch any of it. And then tonight, I'm not going to watch this game either because I don't really care. All right. So that's a slate, boys. Anything else you want to add, Scooge?
No, my 2 favorite days. It's fun that it's going to be over, and I've got to wait another year for these 2 days to come again. But God, there's just nothing like these 2 days in college basketball. It's so much fun.
Nothing like
and looking forward to a fun weekend. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun today. Best of luck to everybody out there betting on tickets. Went 4-1 yesterday on my Twitter feed, and I would have hit all my parlays. There was a team I bet on in all my parlays that just didn't come through for me.
See, he's removed. He doesn't know it yet. He's removed because he's talking about UConn. So we're gonna bring him back in now, and maybe he just shuts up.
Yeah. So anyway, had a good day yesterday. Murray State. That Murray State San Francisco game was just unreal. Yeah. Unreal late, man. They talk about emotions when you're holding a 5K ticket. And I had him at +1.5, and it's a 1-point game, and I'm just like, please don't hit a 3. Please don't hit a 3. So, but Murray State pulled it out for me. So yeah, yesterday was a good day, and hopefully I continue today.
Awesome. Yeah, I hit my big ticket in St. Mary's. Pretty no sweat win there. I have another one today. If you guys want, hit me up. Go get him _sports.
You've been crushing those 5K bets all year long, man. So you got to jump on those. Jump on those.
Kind of a midday game. So if you guys don't want to hit me up right away, it's not a late game, not an early game. So you got time if you watch this a little later. But yeah, hit me up. Go get him _sports. I haven't lost a bet since March 11th. So, kind of on a heater right now. If you want to jump. Yes, yeah,
So.
knock on wood. All right, Scott, you have a great day. I'm sure I'll talk to you later. Best of luck
All right,
with
man.
the game.
All
I am off Loyola.
right.
See you guys. Have a good day.
All right.